Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start this episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
Whatty up, boss? Welcome to the Mac City Morning Show.
Hey everybody, Keith Simpson here from Norel Toyota. We support the Oil Barons. We've joined the drive-in movie theater. We're involved in the marathon here in Fort McMurray, and that's what makes this community such an amazing place to live.
And we're back. Tanner, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes that feels long, sometimes that feels short.
Sometimes I'm good at my job, sometimes I'm not.
There you go. So what you guys just finished watching was our title sponsor, Norel Toyota. Thank you very much, Keith, Fat Nimmer, all the boys and girls down at Norel for sponsoring the show. We do appreciate your ongoing support. On that note, as you know, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than myself. So can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Sure. My name is Sally Samuel, and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator at Wood Buffalo Regional Library. And last Sunday was actually my 5th year anniversary at the library.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how does a person go about getting a job at the library in regards to, like, what do you have to be a librarian? Do you have to have a passion for reading? Like, what does that entail to get a job at the library?
Well, I'll first say that there are over 40 people at our library.
40?
A staff of over 40.
Holy.
Several different departments.
Okay.
It's so much more than people think. You certainly do not have to have librarian education. So for myself, I have an elementary education bachelor's.
Okay.
But
I
I kind
also
of
have an elementary education.
There you go. Okay.
but for me, I realized pretty early on that I didn't want to teach, and I was
Right.
wanting to use my ed degree in a different context.
Okay.
So I actually got figured out with the library first as a summer student in community engagement.
Okay.
And my sister also worked there as a page. She was putting away books. I had a bit of a connection there.
Okay.
But yeah, got in as a summer student, actually the year of the fire.
Okay.
So didn't do as much work as we had hoped. We
Right.
were, away for half that summer.
That's right.
But I absolutely loved my experience as a summer student in community engagement. And I actually had told our HR rep at the time if a full-time position opened up on the team,
Yeah.
after I graduated, that I'd be very interested. And she's like, yeah, keep your eye out.
Okay.
And lo and behold, it was a week before my last exam.
Yeah.
A job did open up on the
Oh,
team.
wow. Nice.
And I had a phone interview. I was in Edmonton at the time.
Yeah.
And that went very, very well. And then actually 30 seconds after my last exam, I walked out of my final exam of my bachelor's,
Right.
and I got the call from the library.
Oh,
and
that's
I got
so
the full-time
nice.
position. And it was just the best news. But yeah, I would say, at least for me in community engagement, having an ed background or really any experience with kids, early education. My manager has a sociology master's. Like
Right, right.
There's quite a variety of educational backgrounds
Very cool.
to get work. We do have a librarian, and
Yeah.
we are getting a second librarian.
Okay.
But and a few others have their librarian tech or library science.
That's
but
right,
Other
that's
than
right.
that, it's a pretty good variety
Yeah.
of people that join.
I was
Okay.
well unaware that there was a whole school for just librarians.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah. It's a thing.
I did not know it was a thing.
Yeah,
I
man.
would just assume you would have to be really good at like alphabetical order.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's part of it. Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
That's a big that's a criteria of the job for sure.
Yeah, I just and as soon as I realized you needed that, I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, that's right. So something unique about you that you share with myself and Tanner that I learned before we started to film is you are born and raised here.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
My mom has also been here for over 50 years.
Oh, wow.
So she and her family moved here in 1967.
Okay.
The oil sands boom,
Yeah.
TCOS, and she met my dad here. I met my
Nice.
husband here. So yeah, but even prior to meeting my husband,
Yeah.
I was always hoping to come back to Fort McMurray and
Yeah.
be part of the community.
That's right.
I did have a great childhood here.
Yeah.
And there were great work opportunities. So
Yeah.
that was kind of always my hope. And yeah, lo and behold, I found my dream job at the library.
That's so
I can truly
nice.
say that. Yeah.
Now, every time we talk to somebody who was born and raised here, we ask them a very hard-hitting question. What high school did you go to?
Westwood.
Westwood. Oh,
Yes.
Tanner, she's
Of course.
splitting it down the middle here.
It makes sense that she's a librarian, though. Like
That's
that
right.
all adds up.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
academic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
composite Merc.
Okay.
And so,
All right.
yeah, Westwood,
Respect.
there you go.
Yeah,
Hey, listen,
yeah.
as Tanner says, we all make mistakes.
Oh, hey now.
Yeah.
Westwood's a pretty good school.
No, it's
you
an
know,
awesome
it's,
school. You can't go wrong.
yeah.
And look at where
No.
you are in despite of it.
That's right. So you're here for something important, though.
Yes.
We're not gonna. Hold on one second. We're not gonna go into the details because the guests have already gone into it. But there's something
Yes.
taking place this weekend. It's called a storybook gala.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I happen to be the MC of this. I'm going to get dressed up in a bunch of costumes. I'm very much looking forward to it. So this is brought to you by the Imagination Library Wood Buffalo.
That's right.
They're an offshoot of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, just local. How does the library play a component in what's taking place this weekend?
Well, I'll just say to start that the library, we sit on the Imagination Library Board
Okay.
Here in town. And really, throughout all of their initiatives, we've just had a hand in helping out and supporting. I've been making storytime literacy videos every Monday.
Yes.
They'll be going to the end of June. You've participated in a couple of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, for this weekend, we will be providing for the I think it's bookworm breakfast. We will be providing a storytime corner.
Okay.
So it's going to be Hungry Caterpillar themed. I'll be dressed up as a butterfly.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll have Hungry Caterpillar themed crafts. We'll have library resources. We'll have some puppets, books, obviously story time program, sing some songs. Just be a nice little corner for kids to stop in and play in.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll just be helping staff the event really, and we're just there to also showcase how the library can support a children's love of reading and supporting families
Right.
in their literacy journeys, if you will, at the
Right.
event.
Right on. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, the next thing, and this is not even going to put you on, like, you're not going to be nervous about this because, as you said, you've done it before. I've actually participated. You probably don't remember this because I looked very different, but I used to bring my child down on weekdays and weekends and listen to you read when he was just born. So instead of doing the Mac City Minute today, you're going to read a book for us.
Absolutely,
So
I am.
What book have you brought?
Do we have a sponsor for the book?
We could throw it out to a sponsor. Let's do it. McMurray Denture Center. Because you know what? If you need some nice teeth, a great smile, McMurray Denture Center is where you should go.
Reading teeth.
Reading teeth. Thank you for sponsoring this segment. We do appreciate it. All right, let's hear what book we got here.
I've brought Raindrops to Rainbow by John Miklos Jr. So this is a book that's a part of the Imagination Library collection,
Okay.
and one that we've already showcased in one of the literacy videos. It's a nice one, so
Okay.
I thought I'd bring it along.
Nice.
Alrighty, let's open this up. Plip plop, plip plop, plip plip plop. Will these raindrops ever stop? I want a calm, clear, blue sky day so I can go outside and play. I miss the yellow summer sun. I miss the laughter, miss the fun. Now I stare out at the rain. My breath fogs up the window pane. The sky is damp and dull and gray, with more dark rain clouds on the way. Rumbling, rolling, scary thunder. Grab green blanket, scramble under. Find brown bear and hold him tight. Try to chase away my fright. White lightning streaks across the skies. I duck my head and close my eyes. Mom gives Bear and me a hug. I feel safer. I feel snug. Mom makes up a game. She calls, count each blue raindrop as it falls. No way, I say. It can't be done. Mom smiles. Let's try. It could be fun. 1 drop, 2 drops, thousands, millions, maybe 6 or 8 gazillion. Raindrops splash down to the ground, make gray puddles all around. Mom makes soup for us to eat, and orange slices, what a treat. Look outside, the clouds are clearing. First I'm smiling, then I'm cheering. Pull red rain boots on our feet, find some puddles by the street. Stomp, stomp, stomp those puddles dry. Then I look up to the sky. Beaming rainbow, bold and bright, brilliant colors, what a sight. 7 stripes, I know each one, and I name them just for fun. I see violet, then indigo. 5 more colors left to go. Blue and green stripes cross the sky, so bright I have to shade my eyes. Then comes red, orange, yellow, 7 colors overhead. Reach for the rainbow bright and wide, then it's time to go inside. When I climb into bed, I'm glad, thinking of the day we've had. I don't mind rain because I know without raindrops, there's no rainbow.
Oh, now that is what we call a nice book. So you have lots of practice doing this, obviously. Like you have really good inflection and you like different characters that you play. Is that a skill set that you kind of just naturally have, or have you been working on that since like doing it so often at the library?
I'd say maybe a bit of both.
Okay.
Definitely having my ed background helped with that, and having some experience teaching kids.
Right.
But then certainly 5 years of storytime programs, like you're saying, that you've attended.
Yeah.
Eventually it just becomes like a muscle memory in a way of,
Yeah.
wanting to make sure that kids can see the pictures clearly and doing voices. And
Right.
if we did have little kids present, I might, ask questions throughout the story to kind
That's
of
right.
keep them engaged or do actions and stuff
Right.
like that. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm always wanting to learn more about and get better at.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah.
So now with the library, things have changed so much over like the years now because of, like you said, fire, flood, COVID. So what does the library look like now in regards to, can people start coming back? Do you have the same type of mornings and Sunday readings and activities, or are things still virtual? What's happening at the library?
Yeah. Well, I am very happy to say that we are fully back to in person.
Okay.
Our new, we did update our hours. So
Okay.
they're now, let's see, it is Sunday to Monday is 10 to 5.
Okay.
And Tuesday to Friday is 10 to 8.
Okay.
But we're fully open during those times. And we did, as of early April, bring back our in-person programs.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is so awesome.
Yeah.
Singing and reading to a camera, it's just not at all the same
No,
as
no.
being with real kids and parents and
That's right.
building that community, because we
That's
do
right.
have a strong community for
Yeah.
sure at the library. And yeah, as for our programs, I'm always so excited to promote our storytime programs, and that's kind of what
Yeah.
we're talking about here today, is the importance of reading and singing and being present with your kids.
That's right.
We have 4 times a week, like toddler and baby story times.
Right.
Tuesday mornings, Thursday afternoons, Saturday mornings are for toddlers.
Right.
And then every Friday morning is baby time.
Yeah.
So specifically for parents and their babies.
Yeah.
And we always just have a fantastic time, all kinds of themes, singing, reading, crafts, free play, fine motor skills, gross motor skills, in the activities we do.
Right.
So we want learning to be a big part of it,
Yeah.
of course, but
Yeah.
play as well.
Right. No, it was huge for me as like an adult, especially like when I had my son. Well, I didn't have one. My wife had my son. It was great to have somewhere to take him, for one, to break up the monotony of the day, like as a parent with a baby, but also you get to meet other parents who are literally have the same age demographic kid as you, and so now you're making friends. The kids are learning, and like learning or reading is key. So like I tried to read to Keegan numerous times a day when he was a baby,
Yes, so important.
but it's nice to have for him to hear different voices. So sometimes it was dad, sometimes it was mom, sometimes it was somebody at the library like yourself, grandma. And so he just was like, oh, and he got that bug from that early age.
Absolutely.
And now for him anyways, he's continued and he like really loves reading. And like it's like the foundational basis for education is if you can't read, it's going to be hard for you to read like the math textbook or the science or whatever.
It
right?
just pours into everything else.
That's right.
Essay writing, whatever it is you do in your future, right?
That's
To
right.
have a strong grasp of reading and a love for it,
That's right.
really opens up doors.
That's right.
Most people's future.
Most, yeah, not Tanner's.
No.
you got to play on a computer. You just got lucky, bro.
Yeah, I bailed out on reading and
Yeah,
got lucky
you
100%.
just got lucky. There you go. How are we doing for time? Because I know we've got a bunch of people that we've got to.
We're at 14.
Okay, good. So we still got some time. We can relax a little bit. Okay, let's talk about Fort McMurray just a little bit here. So you grew up here.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. My bad, Tanner.
It's all good, just my ears.
Just your ears. So you grew up in Fort McMurray. I have to assume you grew up on that side of the bridge because you went to Westwood. what was your upbringing like in Fort McMurray? Like you said, you really enjoyed it. You had a good childhood. So what was that like?
Gosh, well, it probably helps too that like I grew up in the same home as well, in Thickwood, and
Okay.
my parents are still there. No, it just I had a wonderful childhood. I walked to school every day to Westview.
Yeah.
Grew up with the same batch of kids.
Right.
Yeah, and then again going on to Westwood, we had great teachers all the way throughout. Yeah, I guess growing up in one place really allowed me to sink my roots in.
Yeah.
I was involved with synchronized swimming and dance, like a Kano dance studios a
Right.
little bit. Played soccer every summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I'm kind of a homebody. I'm
Yeah.
a sentimental, nostalgic person, so
Yeah.
all of that kind of feeds into it.
No doubt.
Yeah, being able to have roots. Yeah. I don't know. You always hear well, not you always, but especially for those of us who've been here a long time, we're so familiar with the bad reputation Fort McMurray can
That's right.
get or the comments thrown around.
Mhm.
But I never had any instances of feeling honestly unsafe
That's
or
right.
any encounters dangerous substances or I don't know how to put it. I just
Yeah.
had a very safe, normal, happy childhood.
That's right.
And great role models. I love my family. We're really tight.
Yeah.
Probably maybe a downside is that like all of my relatives, as is the case for so many of us,
Yeah.
are of course outside Fort McMurray.
That's
My,
right.
my grandparents were here for quite a while and then moved. But the fun thing is I'd have cousins come from Ottawa or from Virginia,
That's right.
and we'd get to tour them around Alberta. So
Yeah.
not only do they get to see here my
The
hometown,
mountains, Fort Mac,
the
West
whole
Edmonton
thing.
Mall.
Yeah, exactly. Right, gotta do
Yeah.
the tour. So
That's right.
lots of great memories there growing up. But no, it's a great community to grow up in. It is
Yeah.
such a family town. And that again, I love that that's a big part of my job is working
Mhm.
with young families and getting to know parents and kids.
That's right.
But
That's
yeah, I just say altogether a very happy
Yeah.
childhood.
I had the same experience, like, and that hence the Mac City Morning Show. That's why we that's a big component of why we started. It was there's such a negative reputation about Fort McMurray, and the thought process was, we're just like any other community. Yes, we
Yes.
have some downsides, but our downsides are the same as any other community.
Exactly.
So what I wanted to do, and what myself and Tanner do 5 days a week, is we are trying to showcase the fact that like we're just like any other community. We have a library, we have nurses, we have fire departments, we have not-for-profits, we have good people in a community just like any other community. So the thought process with the Mac City Morning Show was to bury the internet in content that's positive about Fort McMurray, so that some of the negative stuff, drugs, hookers, kill birds sometimes, just like gets pushed down with like, yeah, those things are true, but that's such a small component of who we are.
And I
So-
think it's starting to work.
Yeah.
And like I say, as someone that is born and raised here and my family roots here, I do appreciate your efforts. So
Thanks,
thank
man.
you for
Thank
doing
you.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good place to live. It's not a perfect place.
No,
we all
nowhere is.
we all wish there
Yeah.
was fewer winter months and more amenities. Sure, but you can make a good life for yourself here.
Oh, 100%.
And there is a great community of people.
Yeah.
Also just doing life here.
Yeah.
So
And I think if we had those things, we wouldn't be what we are.
That's right. And it's cool. My parents are like yours. They still live in the same home that I grew up in. And
Love
so
it.
it's really cool to like my son, I get to bring him back and he's shooting like on the same basketball hoop I used to shoot on and going into the same woods where I used to play. I grew up in Dickinsfield.
okay,
And so like it's cool to have those experiences and see him doing
totally.
some of the same things I did. Like it's a great family town.
You mentioning the woods, like I said, I grew up in Thickwood, and our house is surrounded by woods. We have neighbors, on one side, and like it's a regular street, but
Right.
we're right at the offset of the green belt. So
Right.
yeah, just growing up playing in the woods and going on hikes all the time and
Yeah.
catching grasshoppers in the field, like those are
Yeah.
some of my favorite memories.
That's right.
We were very blessed to be surrounded by
Yeah.
the nature we are.
100%.
And yeah, I look forward to kind of creating those same memories with
Yeah.
my kids one day,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah.
So listen, I know that we're at the close to the 20-minute mark now.
1930.
There we go. But before we cut anybody loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you got the mics, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
Okay. I am super biased, but I am always happy and excited to promote our programs. They are free, they are high quality, they are fun. We try to provide programs for every age group, from like newborn babies to seniors in palliative care, not only in Fort McMurray, but in all 7 communities, including 468. We're in Fort Chip every month. We go everywhere.
Oh,
and we're
wow.
trying to serve everyone. And the programs, it's everything: arts, crafts. It's literacy, it's reading, it's learning, it's science. STEAM labs, movie nights. If you can dream it, we can do it. And yeah, I so encourage going to WBRL.ca or our Facebook page and checking what free programs we have for kids, adults, seniors, anybody.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Now that is a shout out. I loved it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. Do appreciate it. Feel free to come back again and again to promote what you guys have going on at the library, or just coming to chat with me and Tanner about the good old days growing up in Fort McMurray.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. All right. Well, Fort McMurray Wood Buffalo, before I sign out, we're got to do a plug for this event, Storybook.
Storybook Gala.
Thank you. Storybook Gala taking place this weekend. If you don't have your tickets, get out there, because some of it's already sold out. I know the Friday night sold out. There's still some tickets available for Saturday. Even Sunday is about to sell out too. So get online, purchase those tickets. It's a lot of fun. Great family event. Go get your tickets. Other than that, I hope everybody's having a great day. Big shout out to Noral Toyota for being our title sponsor, as well as Fort McMurray Denture Center for sponsoring the great book today. I hope everybody's having a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Hey guys, Karam here with McMurray Denture Center. A lot of people are surprised to hear this, but I'm born and raised here. So is this company. We're local, just like you. Come on in, we'll help you out.
What a deadly old way to end another morning show. Later, boss.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.